Welcome to Verda Games, and on today's video we are going to be reviewing the Outlast Trials. The Outlast Trials is the third installment in a series of found footage style games in the horror genre. The first game, Outlast, saw you playing an investigative journalist Miles Upshur as he entered the now famous Mount Massive Asylum run by the Murkoff Corporation on the tip of a whistleblower. The second game, Outlast 2, saw you playing, you guessed it, an investigative journalist, this time named Blake Langerman, as he investigates a religious cult out in Arizona when things take a turn for the worst and you find yourself running from crazed lunatics and people willing to end your life early. And that brings us to here. In the Outlast Trials, you are a victim of the Murkoff Corporation. You would think by now the company would be shut down, but hey, American capitalism. In this game, you are subjected to a series of trials after having a pair of night vision goggles surgically installed into your skull. Before every trial, you are subjected to some sort of chemical agent that makes you hallucinate things even Freddy Krueger would struggle to imagine, and that bleeds into your trial, making you question whether anything here is real or if it is all just a drug-fueled fantasy. The trials consist of tasks that you must complete, including the fantastically named Cleanse the Orphans. As a seemingly immune to law Murkoff Corporation watches on and grades your abilities to complete the trial. It features the staple mechanics such as hiding from lunatics, running from crazed people out for blood, and avoiding traps that could alert them to your location, such as broken glass, strings of cans, and booby-trap doors. Outlast Trials, however, kicks it up to 11 by allowing you to bring up to 3 other Volin victims to come with you to complete the trial. Whether this helps or hinders you is entirely up to the competency of your team, as one team I was placed with had all of the movie reels that were supposed to go to 4 different rooms, all on the same projector in the same room, while they screamed bloody murder about how they couldn't figure the puzzle out. But I digress. The game does feature a matchmaking system for those that do not have friends willing to wet their pants over some of the enemies and allows you to find duos, trios, and quads. Mechanics change based on solo to co-op, such as respawning by yourself or having to revive needles scattered across the map to revive friends. Some obstacles serve no purpose in solo and have functions in co-op, such as helping others break down a barricaded door or climbing up a very tall ledge. Everything about the game's atmosphere matches up with the feeling of old conspiracy theories centered around things such as MK Ultra and other thought experiments that suggest people were tested against their will, and anything you can think of horrifying from that process of forced psychosis and experimentation exists, including hallucinations from drugs as well as something they call the Skinner, who appears only when your psychosis bar is emptied.
It is hot as hell in this funky ass, hot ass room I'm in. Is that the Grim Reaper?
Monsters and creatures are beautifully done, creating an air of creepy yet psychotic, grounding it in the whole insane asylum theme of lunatics. The only complaint I have is it seems a bit repetitive. After completing the mission once, it seems to play the same set of objectives over again, but that may change into the harder difficulties. Other than that, I would like to see them take more advantage of the living quarters, which is essentially the lobby. You are able to buy a few things and customize your room, however, it's limited and beyond just looking interesting, it serves no real purpose. Overall, I look forward to seeing where they go with this game and the content they do add. I personally didn't experience any game-breaking bugs and generally had a good time, though that's not to say that there isn't any. The game is currently in early access, and any of my opinions of this may change once the game comes out, as they are currently still working on it and adjusting things. Till then, I'm going to go get judged by a man behind glass again. See you in the next video.
You love children for being perfect. You love them for trying so hard. But I need you to try a little harder.